Alright, I think we need to have a talk about this. Why does nobody want to play tank or support? Every time I queue up for a game, everybody and their grandma wants to lock DPS instantly. And hey, I get it. Big numbers, flashy eliminations, the highlight reel stuff. But let's be honest here. DPS isn't the end-all, be-all of winning games, or more importantly, having fun in those games. Here's the truth. Tanks and supports are absolute game changers, and easily the most fun roles. These are the roles that actually decide the fights. DPS players will occasionally get that big play, but it's probably because the tank made space, or because their healer kept them alive long enough to do so. And this isn't a knock on DPS. I mean, DPS is certainly fun. Flanking, going for eliminations, hitting those big skill shots, I mean, it's super fun, right? The point I'm trying to make is it's not the only way to have fun in hero shooters. Overwatch always had this problem too. People really despise tanks. You know, I did myself for the longest time. I think I just didn't get it, you know? I found myself trying to play like a DPS and was just doing a poor job. And because of that, I just wasn't having fun. So, I decided to try to learn tanks when Marvel Rivals came out. After a few games and getting a little more comfortable, I'm actually having a blast. I think people sleep on tanks because they think it's just walking around with a giant health bar. But that giant health bar? That's literally your get out of jail free card. You can make mistakes and still survive. And more importantly, you control the entire pace of the fight. You're the one saying, we push here, we fight here. Nope, we're backing up now. DPS doesn't get to do that. A smart tank can completely shut down a cocky team. Overextending or diving your backline, you can take care of those things. Nothing is more satisfying than stopping a DPS player's combo with a well-timed defensive cooldown. Oh, and don't even get me started on tank ultimates. They're not just flashy. They're absolutely fight-winning. You land a big slam, a huge stun, or a massive pull, and, well, congratulations. You just won the fight. And for supports, my god, why don't more people play support? And I will say, there's a small camp of die-hard support players, but other than that, no one enjoys playing it and they avoid it like the plague. But as a support player, you literally have some of the strongest abilities in the game. Self-heals, mobility, utility. Let's not forget game-saving ultimates. Ever have a fight completely flipped because the support player pressed one button at the perfect time? Yeah, that's not highlight reel play stuff. That's just called winning. You deny the enemy's ult and save your whole squad. You basically just said, nah, not today. Keep your team rolling, and what is more fun than denying someone else's big play? Not much. And the nicest thing about support, it's actually a forgiving role. Miss a few shots? No big deal. That's fine. Your value isn't only in damage or heals. Most supports have utility, things like speed, invulnerability, or damage boost, to name a few. Your presence in the game can't be understated. And if you do master support, you're basically unkillable. Zipping around, dodging skill shots, topping off your team, you're a nightmare for the enemy team, and they can't shut you down. So why does nobody want to play them? Everyone wants to be the hero, the one with their name in the lights, MVP. Here's the thing. If you're trying to win games, if you want to climb, if you want to be the reason your team is unstoppable, it's the tanks and supports that are making that happen. And let's be honest, look pretty good doing it. So next time you're sitting in queue, hovering over DPS, maybe ask yourself, should I try to flex this game? And I hope you do, because that simple change can make the game more fun, more enjoyable, and bring you a ton of wins if you're trying to climb the ranked ladder.